Hi friends, I am Rajathi from We Learn Today. So in this video we are going to discuss about compilation process in C. So there are various steps followed by the compilation. So in this video we are going to discuss about this. So first we have to know what is compilation, right? So the compilation is the process of converting the source code into the object code. So source code means it's nothing but we are writing the code, right? So starting from hash include and end with getch. So this part is called the source code, and this source code is converted to the object code when we do the compilation. So it is done with the help of the compiler. The compiler checks the source code for the syntax or structural error, and if the source code is error free, then it generates the object code. So if our when we writing the coding, first step is compilation, right? So while we do for the compilation, it checks all the errors. If the error means, first it will display the error list. So these are the errors we made. So first we have to correct all those errors, then only if the given source code is error free, then only it will generate the object code. So this is the first step. So your source code must be an error free, then only the object code will be generated, which is nothing but .o format. Normally our source code is saved in .c format, but after the compilation our source code, for example, so object code will be generated. So in normally uh, our normally our source code is saved in a .c format, and after the compilation it will create the object code, which is nothing but .o format. Okay, the compilation process convert the source code taken as input into the object code or machine code. So the compilation process can be divided into 4 steps. So first one, pre-processing and compiling and assembling and linking. So in this video we are covering all those 4 steps. Okay. So next, the preprocessor takes the source code. So first step is preprocessor, right? So preprocessor takes the source code as an input and it removes all the commands from the source code. So commands, it's nothing but we are using double slash or slash star and end with star slash. So these are the two type of commands. Commands is nothing but it's only for our purpose, user purpose. So the compilation process, it will just ignore the all command line. So that's why the preprocessor takes the source code as an input and removes all the commands from the source code. Okay, the preprocessor takes the preprocessor directive and interpret it. For example, if stdio.h is a header file, the directive is available in the program, then preprocessor interprets the directive and replace this directive with connected with the stdio.h. Okay, the following are the phase through which our program passed before being transformed into the executable form. So normally we can see the when we writing the code and after the compilation, if error occurred means we are just correcting that error, and after that compilation and running process. This only the steps we are followed, right? So in the hidden in a hidden some steps are followed. So this is our preprocessor, compiler, assembler and linker. So these are the hidden steps we are going to see here. Okay. So what are the processes gone? So okay, first one, source code. So source code, so it's nothing but our program code. So starting with hash include and end with getch. This content is called a source code, and after preprocess step, our source code is converted to the expanded code, and after the compiler, expanded code is generated by the assembly code, and after the assembler, the object code will be created. So in this step, for example, our program name is sample, means sample.c we have said, right? So in this process, sample.o will be generated. So that's nothing but object code, and after the linker only executable code will be generated. For example, .exe. Okay. So this is the detailed one. So how the program process flow. Okay. So first step, source code. So here the preprocessor is generated the expanded source code. So here .c is converted as a .i. Okay, and after the compiler, the assembly code will be generated, which is nothing but .s format. So in the expanded source code, the compiler compiles expanded source code to assembly source code, and after the assembly source code to object code, here the program converts the assembly code to the object code. That's a .o. Okay, and after linker, the program that converts object code to the executable code, which is nothing but .exe. Okay, so finally executable code is loaded in CPU and executed by loader program. So then and after that only output will be generated. So these are the hidden steps followed in a hidden way. Okay, so first our program is saved in .c by ourselves, and after that it is converted to the .i and .s and .o and .exe execution process. Okay. Okay, so first, preprocessor. The source code is a code which is written a text editor. So any text editor we can use. Okay, and source code file is given an extension .c. So our code is must saved with the extension with .c. So in a previous we have seen sample.c, right? So any name you can give. So this source code is first passed to the preprocessor, and then preprocessor expand this code. After expanding the code, the expanded code is passed to the compiler. So the working of the preprocessor is, so first C program, the preprocessor step, it's generate the expanded source code, which is nothing but .i format. Okay. Next, compiler. So this one we already know, right? The code which is expanded by the preprocessor is passed to the compiler. So first step is preprocessor. The preprocess step is passed to the compiler. The compiler converts this code into assembly code. Okay, or we can say the C compiler converts preprocessor code into assembly code. Okay, so source code is converted to the preprocessor code by the preprocessor step, and after that preprocessor code is converted to the assembly code with the help of compiler. So these are the some best C compilers: GCC, CLang. Okay. Next one is assembler. The assembly code is converted into object code by using an assembler. So this is a next step. So source code, which means the assembly language, assembly code is converted to the next level, which is nothing but .o. Okay, .o, object code. So the name of the object file is generated by the assembler is the same source file. The extension of the object file in DOS. So DOS is a operating system and Unix is an operating system. So the extension will be differentiate from the it depends on the operating system. In a DOS, the extension will be .obg. If you are using the Unix operating system, means the extension will be .o. Okay. If the name of the source file is hello.c, then the file name of the object file would be hello.obj in a DOS and hello.o in a Unix. Okay, so the extension is depends on the operating system. But anyway, it's called as a object code. Okay. Okay, so the final is a linker. So mainly all programs written in C is use library function. These library function are pre-compiled because already it has a predefined meaning. Okay, that's why it's called a pre-compiled. And the object code of these library file is stored with .lib or .a extension. It depends on the OS. Okay, the main working of the linker is to combine the object code library file with the object code of running program. Sometimes the situation arises when our program refers to the functions defined in other files, then linker plays very important role. So linker, by the name itself, it link one or two files. Okay, so the function is defined in another file. Okay, so another file means that's time the linker play the very important role. It links the object code of these files to our program. Therefore, we conclude that the job of linker is to link object code of program with other object code, okay, of the library files and other files. So this is the main process and main purpose of the link. So we have to link one or two file means the linker will be helpful. The output of the linker is the executable file, which is nothing but .exe. .exe file, executable file. The name of the executable file is the same as source file but differs only in the extension. So for example, in a previous example, the sample, the file name is sample and hello we are seeing, right? So sample, hello, this name will not change. The only extension will be changed. For example, sample.c, it will change as sample.i assembly code, and after that sample.o object file, and then sample.exe executable file. So only extension will be changed, file name will not affect. So that's why that's the meaning of the second. The name of the executable file same as the source file but differs only in their extension. Clear? So in DOS, the extension of the executable file is .exe. In Unix, the executable file can be named as a.out. Okay, so same. So the only extension depends on the operating system. For example, if we are using printf function in a program, then linker adds its associative code in a output file. Clear? Okay, so in this video, we are seeing many hidden steps followed by the programmer. Uh, so these are the steps used during the execution. For example, in normally you just save the file as a .c. Okay, this .c, how this .c is extended as a exe format, executed file. For example, first step, first .c is converted to the .i, which is nothing but assembly code, and after this assembly code is it's generated the object code O, and then object code is finally converted to the .exe executable file. So these are the hidden steps. So here we are just clearly discuss about what is I and what is O. So this extension will be differ from the uh, operating system. So in DOS it will be .obj. So in a Unix it's called a .o. Same in a Unix executable file is .out. Only extension will be changed. Okay, the file name will not affect anything. Okay, so these are the compilation process done. Okay, if you have any doubt, means give your doubt in a comment section. I will clarify. Thank you for watching.